After the failed McCain-Palin ticket of 2008, which failed because of McCain and his advisors, Sarah Palin resigned as governor of Alaska and then went on a mission to become the Republican Party's kingmaker. In the 2010 election cycle, when the U.S. House was taken by the Republicans, and when Republicans picked up some seats in the Senate, it was Sarah Palin who, more than any other person, was involved in making that happen. She literally made herself a kingmaker. If my memory is correct, she raised more money for various candidates than anybody in the party, with the possible exception, and I'm going from memory here, of the fellow who was W. Bush's chief political advisor, Karl Rove. So, forgive me for stammering here, but the point is very critical. Sarah Palin, after being chained during the McCain election, where he lost tragically, she said, I am now free. I'm not governor of Alaska anymore. I am not the VP candidate. I don't have to do what the Republican Party establishment tells me to do. In fact, I don't even like them. In fact, I think I want to see the faces of the U.S. Congress changed, and I'm going to raise money and campaign and make that happen. Whoo-hoo! And she did. More than any person in America, she did. So she became a force unto herself, but still there was bad blood between her and Karl Rove, between her and other establishment people. To this day, they mock her. She's not intelligent. She's got a funny accent. You know what? She's got more wits than most of you all combined together and tied up in a burlap bag. But again, I digress, because right now what matters is that she has decided she's going to go after Paul Ryan. Why? Because Ryan did not do what should be his duty to do as the Republican Speaker of the House. Once the primary process was over, okay, I'm in for Trump as well. If it had been Cruz, it would have been his duty to say, okay, I'm in for Cruz. Because as the chairman of the Republican convention that's coming up, that's his duty to the party. He has still said he's not ready to endorse Trump. Oh, watch what Sarah Palin has to say about that.
I think Paul Ryan is soon to be cantored as an Eric Cantor. His political career is over, but for a miracle, because he has so disrespected the will of the people. And as the leader of the GOP, the convention, certainly he is to remain neutral, and for him to already come out and say who he will not support was not a wise decision of his. I think why Paul Ryan is doing this, Jake, is it kind of screws his chances for the 2020 presidential bid that he's gunning for. If the GOP were to win now, that wouldn't bode well for his chances in 2020, and that's what he's shooting for. So a lot of people with their never Trump or not right now Trump mantra going on, they have their different reasons. I think that one is Paul Ryan's reason.
Well, specifically, when you talk about him being Eric Cantor, Eric Cantor was the House Majority Leader who was challenged in the primary by a conservative candidate who got a lot of grassroots support, and that was a big surprise. Paul Ryan is facing a challenge in the Republican primary in Wisconsin. The primary is coming up. It's August 9th. The candidate is, I believe his name is Paul Nehlen. Are you planning to support his challenger?
Well, that's a good question, seeing as I haven't even got to call him and tell him that I'm supporting him. But yes, I will do whatever I can for Paul Nehlen.
Now, for those of you who don't remember, Eric Cantor was taken out. His political career was ended by a Tea Party candidate in a primary. And now she's saying that she's willing to help Paul Nehlen take out the current House Speaker, the current Republican House Speaker. Now, I've got to take a break, but when we come back, I don't think that there is a way for me to overemphasize how dramatic a moment this is in Republican party politics. I'll explain why when I come back. But friends, to quote a common movie phrase right now, this is civil war.